Mr. and Mrs. Samuel. How are you guys doing? Michael, how are you feeling? How are you doing? I hope the CT scan went well. I hope that went well. So happy to see you guys. I missed you guys on yesterday evening, but we had a ball. I laughed so hard yesterday. We had a ball, y'all. We did. We laughed at Bunny Mac all night long. We laughed at Bunny Mac. He was so funny. Make sure I got my other volume turned down so I won't be hearing myself echo on two different lives. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I sent you a message. I tried to bring y'all in. I tried because I figured you didn't get your notification, so I was like, let me make sure they got their notification because I didn't know why you guys wasn't here. I know how much y'all enjoyed comedy night, but so I reached out to you guys and I wanted y'all to know that I had went live, but I couldn't get you guys. But I did come to stay a long time. Of course, y'all know that. I see you, Lynette. Hey, sister. Hello, Daniel Bear Sports Highlight. Hello, love my grandson. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Bushwatchers. So what y'all got to say about what's been going on? What's been going on? Today news was crazy, guys. If y'all been keeping up, y'all been listening? Oh my goodness, what in the world is this guy talking about? What is he talking about, y'all? Why in the world do this dude think? Well, let me tell you guys what happened before I said that. I'm trying to find my chat. What I do with my comments? I don't did something, y'all. What I do with it? Let me see what I did. What I don't did, Tracy. I don't did something. I lost you guys over here, and I can't see the comments. Let me see what I do. Okay, I know what I do. I'll just go out and come back in, and then I'll be back with you guys. Because I don't touch something, I don't know what I did. So on today, we found out that our president decided to go take him a country. He went and took a country, guys. He took Venezuela. He said that is his country now. He's going to run it. So how many of you guys heard that? Hello, beautiful Gloria Wiley. Hey, baby. Y'all heard that? What do you guys think about that? I'm like, this country is in such disarray. Thank you, Lynette, for the floating hearts. This country is in such disarray. We can't even get our health care situated. You know, our institutions in this country situated, and he decided to go take a whole country, guys. He said he's going to run the country over in Venezuela. I'm like, God, are you serious? I'm like, are you serious? You're gonna take control over that country, right? He said he's gonna run that country. How is he going to run that country when he is poorly running this one? Tracy, if you'll be so kind to put that copyright in, because Granny going to be talking a whole lot of smack. So I didn't come to stay a long time, guys. So we're going to do this. He's always doing something that has nothing to do with him. This copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So listen. Let me tell y'all the funniest thing about what took place on yesterday. Not how funny, but peculiar funny. Okay, so he goes take over Venezuela. They captured the president of Venezuela. They did a sneak attack. Captured the president of Venezuela and his wife. And now they've brought them to New York and locked them both up in some prison. And the only thing he was talking about during his news conference this morning is their oil. So he said that they got so much oil over there and just so much oil, and we can make billions and billions on billions and billions of dollars because there's so much oil over there. So their resource over there is oil. So we already knew that it had more to do with oil than it did blowing up the drug boats to keep the drugs out of this country. We know they were trying to get closer and closer into the outskirts of Venezuela, because they already knew they was going in for their oil. And for him to go in for their oil and try to take over that away, that's the part that's disgusting. That he's going in over there to take over in their oil. You know, he's gonna take their oil from them. Can anybody make that make sense? He's gonna just take him some oil, you know? And he's gonna just take their president, kick him out, talking about the person that they had second in command is a lady. It's a female. So the vice president of Venezuela is this lady. And he's gonna come out here and say, nobody respects her. No, he don't respect her. And talking about, she said that she'll be willing to help in any way that she can. That lady is not telling him that she's helping him take over her country. That don't even make any sense. So he was saying that their infrastructure over there is in such disarray, in such bad condition till they're unable to drill properly for their oil. So what he wants to do is go into their country and build up their infrastructure so he can drill and get all of this oil, and we're not going to have to worry about paying anything. Red flag. Anytime we start talking about we're not going to pay anything, that's when we have to pay everything, right? Don't y'all let him fool you. Let me see. So, where is Sharon Whitfall? She wanted me to do this live. She reached out to me earlier today, like, Granny, I know you going live. I'm like, yep, I'm going live. So I don't see her yet, but she really had something that she wanted to say about it. Hey, Marianne, Happy New Year to you, sister. Elwaza, hey. So he's talking about he wants to go there, and we have taken over Venezuela, so Venezuela belongs to us now. It's not us, but him. He's going to run their country until they transition, till they get somebody to transition to be their next president. So it's kind of like the same thing Putin is trying to do to Ukraine. He wanted to go in and take over Ukraine. And Ukraine is fighting. They're giving pushback. So they're fighting him and they're trying to save their country. So, in other words, to me, Trump is saying that it's okay to go into any country that you want and take over. So that is the message that he's kind of like putting out there. He's putting a message out there to, like, if you see a country that you want, he's telling all of these other dictators and authoritarians that if you want to take a country, just go take it. Because you cannot take over another country. We have no beef with Venezuela. We're not at war. Now he's talking about sending in troops. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you. I love you, girl. Thank you so much. You're so kind. You always bless me in such a big way. Thank you. Tell your family and everybody I said Happy New Year. And thank you so much. So listen. It's a place over in Venezuela called Okie Loki. It's an Okie Valley. It's in the center of Venezuela. And that's where all the refineries are. That's where the oil is. So he's trying to get in there and start drilling. And he sounds like a bully. He sounds like a, what's a name for somebody to just take over something? Because he's taking it. It's not being given to him. It's not being offered. Nobody asked for his help. He's just going in and he's going to tell another country, y'all got to hear me. He's taking over a country. He's going to tell them what their rules and laws should be, Tracy. Do you hear me? He want to go in there and run their country. And he's getting all this pushback in this country of how he's doing such a poor job, but he think he can go and run another country? Can we do one country at a time? Can we do one country at a time? Can you get this country right first? Can you focus? And he's going to say this is just another example of American first. American first. So that is the big news of today. It's been in the news all over. They've been talking about it all day long. Tracy said he is so full of himself. He thinks he can run the world when he can't. And guess what? Do you all know that when he went in there and he took the military in there and he used the Marines and they went up in there and he used the special forces and they went in there and they kidnapped, overthrow that president of Venezuela, him and his wife. They went and overthrew him and took that country. He had no authorization from Congress to do that. So this be my whole thing. That's right, Gloria. We can't even get that. Something so simple. If he could have just focused on that for us, the ACA, just say, okay, Republicans, I'm tired of you guys fighting over this. Fix it now. If they want a 3-year extension, give it to them. Because I got bigger and better things to do, but it's such a distraction. All of this is just a distraction from the Epstein files. All of this, I'm going to tell y'all something. That Epstein file is so big and he is so terrified from it, he would start a whole war. Now, isn't that sad? That people will have to lose their lives because of the fear that he have concerning that Epstein file and what's in it about him. Whether back in the 80s and 90s he was messing with little girls. Mary said, Granny, I'm listening, but that man irks me. I know. I know. I know. It's hard to do commentary on that because I feel my sentiments exactly. But this is what I want to do is talk about politics. So he's in there. But yeah, but it's gonna be a day we're gonna have good stuff to talk about, good politics. But what gets me, Marianne, is that how the people, the lawmakers and the senators and stuff that we put in office, how they just take a back seat to whatever he's doing. I heard somebody say they're going to impeach him. Well, he already got 2 impeachment on him. So what difference does the third one do if you ain't did nothing with the first 2? He have no respect for nobody up there. He do what he wants to do. Now he's throwing his way in other countries. Venezuela today, Somalia tomorrow. Y'all know that he's talking about sending those people back to Somalia, and he haven't did anything. Don't put them in these camps, these make-believe camps, concentration camps. So we know Africa resources gold, if I'm not mistaken. The resource of Africa is gold. So if he wants to go there, he's already talking about he don't like the Somalian president, and he don't even, he want to put somebody else in this place and this type of thing. So if he wants to go in and just take over a country, so it's Venezuela today, what is going to be tomorrow? And he's only there for the oil. He's not there for anything else. I heard somebody say, one of the other news outlets say that he was talking about for the country and for the Constitution, but in his conversation today, when he did his speech to the nation, he did not speak of Constitution, the country, or he did not say not one thing about anything to do with political. He just said oil, billions and billions and billions and billions. So he was only talking about the oil, and he was only talking about how much money he could make. I mean, he's very excited right now at this point. And you all know how he went there. He went to Washington and decided to build a golden ballroom, and how he have tore out the whole East Wing. He have torn out the whole East Wing. He said he's going to remodel it. And he got some people running around here thinking that he's using his own money, but he's not. He's never used his own money to do anything. It's always been the taxpayers. So my poll of today is, do you guys think Trump is using his money in any of the stuff that he's doing? That's the poll for today, because somebody dropped in my chat and they say, but he's using his own money. Do you really believe that? As much as that man loves money, you think he's using his money to build a $250 million ballroom? You think so? Come on, man. That is the poll of today. Let me put it down. And then I have a second poll. I don't know why everything he say, people just fall for everything he say, and then he let them down every single time, and they so gullible, they believe him every single time. He'll lie to them right to their faces, and they catch him in the lie, and then he'll come back and tell another lie, and they believe that lie, and we do it all over again, over and over and over. Does that make any sense? Does it make any sense? That don't make any sense. I mean, it just don't make any sense for this guy. Everybody know he don't tell the truth. So how gullible do you have to be to still believe anything that he say? Every time he talk, he lies about everything. He's such a master of deception, and the Bible describes that as the devil. He's so deceitful. He just lie. Chester has not even paid his own taxes. We better come on. Let alone using his money for anything else he's doing. There you go. He has not even paid his own taxes, guys. How long for 2016 to 2020 did he hide his taxes? He didn't want nobody to see his tax. He hid it the entire time. He hid the entire time. If he was so gung-ho about drugs coming into the country, why did he free the Honduran president who was convicted and sentenced to 45 years for bringing in over 400 tons of drugs in this country? Why would he pardon this guy if he's so gung-ho about drugs coming into this country? It just doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. It's a duck. So nothing he's saying is matching with his action. He blew up over 80 boats in the Caribbean, saying they was drug boats. And I might have the numbers wrong. It might have been 26 boats, and he killed, unalive, over 80 people in those boats, saying that they was on their way to bring drugs into the United States. When he knew, see, this is why you know it ain't gonna be no good outcome. The end is not gonna be good, because they over in the Caribbeans unaliving innocent people. I'm not saying everybody, but those people are fishermen. They go out and fish at night. So they're blowing up these boats, calling them drug boats. So you don't get to take an innocent life for your own wicked or scamming ways. So when they out here unaliving those people in those fishing boats, calling them drug boats, y'all know the Lord is not pleased with that. Just to get to the oil, that's what it was all about in the first place. Once he did that, he called out the Marines, the U.S. Navy. He called all of these people into those international waters to surround the island of Venezuela, because he was going in for the kill at this time, like a vulture, swarming around that island or that country to take over, because he wanted to get in there so he could get to that oil. And guess what? They just took over Venezuela today, and he's already talking about we gotta get in there. We gotta get in there, because they don't have the right machinery. They don't have what it takes to drill. We have to get in there so we can start drilling. Huh? What? What about the drugs? Don't you want to go through there like a Tasmanian devil and get rid of all the drugs? Don't you want to do that? You talking about oil, man. Y'all make it make sense. Y'all make it make sense. It's no way. 100% says no. He is not using his money. 100%. 100%. Lynette say, Granny, He signed off starting January 2026. Anyone on SNAP will no longer be able to use their SNAP to buy candy, sodas, junk food, and juice. Yes, that's also That's also true. And you know what else? The Every state is not don't have to um, follow that, but it can still spread. It's certain states that took on that. Here in my state right now, it's not part of us. So Georgia is one of the states, and I think somebody told me, was it Texas or another state that it's not going to affect them. I think it was Nick underscore. You here? Oh no, she's in Georgia with me. But it's not every state. But you're absolutely right. He got the ball started there. He got the ball started there. Y'all know that Johnson sent the senators home before Christmas even started, before the holiday even started, because he didn't want them to vote on their ACA benefit for Obamacare. So he called everything to a halt, and he sent everybody home. But when they come back on January the 6th, I think they come back on the 6th. I heard another news out there talking about they might be talking about another government shutdown. Can you make that make sense? Oh, so you said all the Republican states, because Texas is a Republican state. Virginia, Utah, etc. Okay, gotcha. So when they come back, now we know on the 1st of January, Obamacare no longer, it was expired as of January the 1st, but they still have to vote on it. They still have to vote on it when they come back. They have to vote on it. So at first I was a little disappointed and saddened because it affected over 22 million people, but they still have to vote on it. Now, we know that Trump was only trying to get rid of Obamacare because he wanted to start Trump RX. He wants to be in with the pharmaceutical people because they promised him so much money. He's going to be making millions and billions and trillions if he get in with the pharmaceutical people. That's why he said he wants everybody to invest in Trump RX. That's his company, because they're all about money. They just ever since he's been into government, ever since he's been into the politics, his family have earned over $2 trillion ever since he started. They got the meme coin, they got the Bitcoins, they got the crypto coin, they got all of this stuff going on while he swooned the nation, got everybody walking around with their eyes closed, and he's doing everything while his family's doing everything under the table, got all of these deals with all of these different countries. He has his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. He is very close with the Prince of Saudi Arabia. They've been friends for a very long time. That's who goes in and do the negotiating and the talking for our country. Jared Kushner, who is he? Who is he? What do he know about politics? I'm not 100% sure, but I know on his first term in 2016, he was like, I don't know what that title is where he get to go to these countries and talk for our country. It's just somebody that he appointed, which is his son-in-law, his daughter's husband. And he got Trump Jr. doing something. He got Eric doing something. He got Ivanka. She got her hands in the pot. He got the daughter-in-laws doing stuff. The whole clan. And they're getting richer and richer while him, with his failing health, is just swaying the whole country, got everybody just off balance because nobody know what he's going to do next. What he's going to do next. Now he went in and took over the whole country, y'all, and made a bold statement today. He's running the country now. He's running the country now. Yeah. So do you guys think, I already know y'all answer, but I just like to do polls, okay? The poll question is, do you all think Trump I'm going to call it what it is too. Seize. How do you spell seize? S-E-I-G-E. To seize another country, guys. Did I spell that right? Do you think Trump is, okay. Do you all think Trump have the right to seize another country, y'all? And so, the day after, one day after, he's talking about he's running that country now. What? One day later, he's already saying that's his country. You all know that he wanted to. Do y'all remember when he became president in 2016? He wanted to buy, was it Iceland or Switzerland? He wanted to buy the country. They said no. I thought he was going to go in then and take that country. I thought that he would try. I got a letter missing out on C's. I don't know what letter I left out. Somebody spell C's for me, like you go seize the country. He seized that country. I got S-E-I-G-E-S, but I think I left out a letter, and I don't know what letter I left out. Come on, smart people. I think it goes with a G. You got a Z. Isn't it S-E-I-G? You said S-E-I-Z. Okay, everybody agree with the Z? Okay. Thank you, Lynette. I thought of that, but I said that would be size, but okay. It makes sense. Z. So that's the next poll, guys. So just to keep you guys abreast of everything that's going on, because I don't want us to be, the Bible say, my people will perish due to lack of knowledge. I want to keep us in the loop of knowing what's going on in this world, in this country, because a lot of people feel exactly the way that Mary Ann Watson feel. I do, my sisters and stuff do. They don't want to have no dealing with this. They just want it to be over with already. Thank you, friends. So they want it to be over with already. So many people feel the way that Mary Ann feels. Just wanted to be done with. But yeah. Do you all think Trump have the right to seize another country, y'all? When I heard this dude say it's his country, I say, what? What are you talking about? The mess that you have created here, and you moving on to another country, how you do that? Where they do that at? Oh, Lord Jesus. It was my poll. Oh, I guess they let you do one poll at a time. Okay. End poll. Okay, there it is. Oh, he said he gonna make the announcement and told the people what's going on. Uh, Lynette, it's already done. It's already done, Lynette. It is already done. You know he get to do whatever he wants to do. He does whatever he wants to do. Who's gonna stop him? What the lady say on Atlanta Housewife? Who's gonna stop me, boo? Who's gonna stop him, boo? Who's gonna stop him? Certainly nobody in Washington, D.C. Certainly nobody there. So listen, my new poll has just started. So he pardons the president of Honduras who brought in 400 tons of drugs to this country. He pardoned him. So we already know that was a money grab as well. Y'all better know what's going on. It's all about money. And this oil thing that he's on, it's about money, but it's also about distraction. He's trying to distract and throw people off balance so they'll stop talking about this Epstein thing. Y'all know last week the news was full of the Epstein. Everybody, every news outlet, everybody. Social media, local, everybody. Nationwide, international, Epstein. So this is just a distraction so people will stop talking about the Epstein. That's all it is. But it's also what he wanted to do from the beginning. Go get inside Venezuela and go take over the oil refineries and drill and take their oil. And guess what they said, guys? This is something that they did to the United States over 25 years ago. It belonged to us. That resource is ours from the beginning. They took the oil resource from the United States. Now, do anybody know that to be true? I heard him say that today during his speech, that when he put headset up there to talk, the director of the FBI, of defense, he said they took it from us over 25 years ago. Over 25 years ago. It really puts me in the mind of when they was talking about taking over, what was that country that they wanted to go in, not Lebanon, what was the country? It was another country that the United States wanted to take, they wanted to invade. The invasion of, well, it wasn't Lebanon, it was the invasion of some other country. Hassan says Gaza, Palestine. Oh, wow. Okay, now you're getting like a conspiracy theory now, Hassan, so we're not going to do that one. Now, if you want to talk, you can talk, but we're not going to do all that. He's an AI and all that stuff. We're not going to do all that. He's an idiot. That's what he is. No, he already invaded Venezuela, but about 25, 30 years ago, it was another country that the United States, they invaded. It was the invasion of, what was it? the invasion of Iran. But they wanted to take over another country. I think it was during the Nixon era. That's when the Watergate and all that stuff came out. They was trying to invade a country. They was trying to invade a country. But let me tell you guys something. You all know that Russia and China, they both buy their oil from Venezuela. Yeah. They buy their oil from Venezuela, Russia and China. How do you think those two presidents are going to feel about Trump going in there taking over? Guess what he said today? He wasn't worrying about them because he's just going to make a good deal with them. They're going to still pay, but he's going to probably make it where they don't have to pay as much, or they're going to be paying a little bit higher. How you guys think think that Russia and China is going to feel about the United States taking over where they purchase their oil from? See, it's just a whole big old mess that's getting ready to happen. This is the calm before the storm. This is the calm before the storm. This is it. He always, yes, Michael. So this is what's sad right here, because just to keep everybody's mind off the Epstein file, he is willing to even start a WAR. He's willing to do it if it's going to save his ASS from those Epstein file. Now, when he was young, in his 30s, 20s and 30s, late 20s and 30s, even maybe be in the early 40s, I don't know. But he and that dude, the pedo guy, they was messing with all those girls as young as 14. Now, he don't want his name to be a part of that. But he was bestie with this pedo guy that unalived himself, supposedly. I heard that Epstein brother say that Trump was behind his brother being unalive. I heard him say that over the New Year week, going into the weekend. So I heard that earlier this week from one of the social media news outlets. So I don't know how true that is to be. This allegedly that I heard somebody say that. Wherever Howard said, we are sick of that orange felon vampire beaster. If you only knew. But absolutely. That's right, Wilbert. That's absolutely right. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I think that it was somebody that just knew too much. And during this time, he was president at the time, because he became president in 2016. And to my recollection, Epstein supposed to have unalived himself in 2018. Now, his brother said that he was getting ready to name names. He was getting ready to name names on everybody that was involved in the largest child trafficking ring in the world. He was getting ready to name names. Corporate America, everybody that was involved. That's why he turned up unalive like that. Right. I don't know what word he used because I didn't get to that comment, but I think my moderators, they're going to always protect me, and they're going to keep a sharp eye on certain things, because certain things we're not allowed to say because you two kind of like backed Trump up. I told everybody you two gave Trump $25 million towards his election for this time around. So I don't know what's that all about. Allegedly, that's something that I heard from another news outlet. Another news person said that they gave him that amount of money. That's a lot of money to win this election. So we have to be careful because we are using their platform to get the word out, to talk about it with other people. So since we're on a YouTube platform, we have to be careful what we say because we don't want to lose our pages or to be shut down. So we just have to just tread lightly. Okay? So I thank you for dropping in though. I really agree with you on what you were saying, Wilbert. But it's just certain things I can say. I can't say everything I want to say. Uh, maybe one day we'll get to meet and we can talk over coffee where we got the freedom of speech. But on this social media, we can't say whatever we want to say. We have to be very tactful on how we speak and what we say. Okay? All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you guys for that. So far, no is 100%. Trump did not have the right to go and seize that country. I'm told that he did not have authorization from Congress. So this is the part that gets me most about our government, how this one guy. Now you guys know that could not have ever been Obama. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that could have never been Obama. That never could have been Obama going somewhere and starting a war. We would still be talking about it today. We would still be talking about it today. It was towards his presidency. It was towards his presidency. So whatever he used it for, whatever he used it for. You know, Elon Musk he was giving people $1 million to vote for him, and they was talking about it, you know, this like freedom, you know, just talking about it like it was no big deal, but it turned out that it's against the law to buy people vote. So what they did, Texas, Oberst, what they did was they had to quiet it down. So he was still paying people. Elon was still paying people, but he had to quiet it down. They was out just telling everybody. Elon was paying people $1 million to vote for Trump. So that was just something that was being said, allegedly. I heard it during that time, the elections, and when he was doing his rallies and stuff like that. So I did hear it with my own 2 ears that he was paying, and he was proud about it. But once they said it was against the law and he could get arrested, then they kind of buried it and everybody stopped talking about it. But he was still doing it behind the scene. They just could not speak on it the way that they was doing, like it was okay to do, because it was breaking the law. Could have been, because they definitely did ban him because he was doing the wrong thing. He was out talking about he was dividing the country, and he was saying a lot of things like he do right now on his own social media platform. That is why he started his own social media platform called what is it? Trump Social. He got his own platform now, Texas. So you're absolutely right. I do remember that now that you mention it. But when I heard the other YouTubers, news media outlets say that they gave him $25 million, he didn't really elaborate about it. He just said there's certain things that he could talk about because this is YouTube platform, and I agree with him on that. But now that you mention it, I do remember something like that. I remember that YouTube did ban him. I do remember that. I wasn't YouTube or Facebook, but I know he did get banned off one of these social media platforms because he was doing the most. So what he did, he started his own social media platform called Trump Social. That's why he be up 3-4 o'clock in the morning putting whatever he want to put in there. He say whatever he want to say on his platform, and he be weighing it out. I mean, he talked about racism, like he talked about Somalian people, call them shithole countries. You know, he get to say what he want to say on his platform. True Social. Okay, True Social is his platform. He gets to say whatever he wants to say. So absolutely, that's why they don't have nobody really been fighting with him on these late night rants he be going on. How he be on for hours and hours. But can you imagine thinking about the president of the free world, the free country, behaving in that manner? Can you even imagine? Can, can you even imagine that our leader is on social media 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just ranting, just carrying on, complaining about people not liking him, everybody against him, and how he's gonna unalive people, and people should be put in front of a firing squad and hangings and all of this stuff on his social platform, and nobody says nothing because that's his social media platform. But it still should be some stipulations. It should still be some rules that he cannot say those things. You remember those 8 Congress people he was talking about? They should be unalive because they was telling the military they did not have to act on him, telling them to do something that was unlawful. And he said that they had did something to where that's a crime, that's a law crime, that's a crime when you tell the military not to follow the president instructions. So yeah, so it got really, really deep on that end right there. But I just cannot. How can you respect that? How can you respect that? So you guys, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, this is Ask Granny. I'm Ask Granny Now, and my topic is tabletop politics, where we just talk about today's politics, everything that's going on. It don't necessarily have to be about Trump. It's just everything that's going on in Washington, D.C. with the Democrats, the Republicans, the liberals. We don't care. We don't care. We don't take no sides. And when they do it, if they're doing the right thing, we're going to give them the accolades and say they're doing an awesome job. But if they're doing something wrong, we're going to give them thumbs down. That's what it's all about. So if you guys would like to subscribe to my channel, please do. And I will catch you guys on my next live. But I'd like when you guys come in and kind of give me, abreast me to what I'm missing or something that I overlooked. I'm never offended because I am a sponge. I love to absorb new information and knowledge, just as long as it's the right information and knowledge. That's it. And I do my research, so I don't just take a person's word and run with it. I go check it out for myself. Yeah. Liz Cheney. Was Liz Cheney one of those people? I can't remember. I know it was when one of the people named Wilson. What was that Congress guy name that say that ever since they spoke up, his life has been in danger and people was terrorizing him and his family. Okay. So yeah, he was saying that it was like mutiny. Like when you be on a ship and you go against the captain, they said mutiny. It was like, that's what he described it as when they went against him and said that the military people did not have to break the law to please him. And he got so upset. He got so upset with them to where he said that they should all be put down. He said they should all be put down. He really said that. He really said that. They made a big deal about it. It was all over Washington, D.C. Everybody was talking about it. and those 8 senators, they did a commercial telling the military people that, look, we know that you're in the military, but if he's asking you guys to break the law, like it had something to do with blowing up those ships and stuff like that, those allegedly drug boats, said you do not have to break the law. You can reject breaking the law. If somebody telling you to go do something that you know is against the law, and Congress and the courts will support them for doing that. But yeah, so that's like, we talked about that already over here. So it seems like you kind of know a little bit, Texas O'Burst, about what's going on. So do you agree with Susie Wise when she said he has an alcoholic personality? I kind of agree with that by the way he moved, the way he acts. But I want to also say, when he's up on Truth Social doing all of that typing 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then when they having their cabinet meeting, he can't even keep his eyes open. Can you make that make sense? Instead of getting him a good night rest, he's up on social media venting, and then when they have their cabinet meeting and all the people is crowding around him, all of his people that he appointed, kissing the ring, kissing his ass, he can't even keep his eyes open. He falling asleep during the cabinet meeting, and the only thing that you're the greatest president ever. You know, that's all his people that he chose and put in office, that's all they got to do is just stroke his ego. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. And that's crazy. But that's what we have. That is what we have. That's what we have. Yeah, so listen, guys. That was great. Let me see, do anybody have anything else to add before I end my live? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go up a little bit, see that make sure I didn't miss anybody comment. You talking about, love, my grandson was talking about Tesla. Did anybody hear about the Tesla cars and stuff bursting in flames? Yeah, I heard that. Someone close to me have a Tesla, and I was letting them know. I asked them, did they know about what was being said? I think they got like 27 different lawsuits against people being unalive because the cars burst into flames and people are unable to get out the vehicle because the doors are automatic and they lock, and the people can't get the doors to unlock. It's a mess. What I heard about the Tesla, I don't know what they're doing about it, but yeah, I had heard that, loving my grandson, and Michael said he heard it too, and it had something to do with the batteries. So I didn't really get what the cause were. Only thing I know, they said something about when they crash, they burst into flame. I'm like, wow, I don't want one of those. I don't want no car, if I hit a tree, it's gonna burst into flame. But this one guy had did a live, he did a interview with one of the news media outlets, and he said that him and his wife was in the car and they crashed into a tree some type of way because the acceleration took off on its own, and the doors locked and the car, and it slammed into it. You know, I guess he was trying to control it, but he ran into a tree and it burst into flame, but his wife didn't make it out. And the only way he could get out, he had to kick out the back window. So that was a terrible tragedy right there. And many other people have said the same thing when it comes to that Tesla. So they need to take it back to the drawing board and figure out what's going on, and just iron out the kinks, you know, figure out what's going on and fix it. It's a lot of people love that car. It's a lot of people love that car. Hey, Beverly. Let me see, did you all have anything else before I end this live because I'm getting ready to end this live. And I'm going to go and listen to some more of the news on social media and MSNBC and Fox and Friend and see what people are talking about. And I will tell you guys more about what I heard and the notes that I took down for you guys, so I can just keep y'all in the loop. Like I tell you guys, I might not know it all, but I can at least keep us in the loop, or so y'all can be knowledgeable or alert to when, so nothing would catch us by surprise. Like, we know that they went into Venezuela and they took over the country, and they seized their president and his wife, and they brought them to New York. Right at this moment, they're in that same prison. I don't know about the wife because they don't put men and women together, but they got that president in that same prison that they had P. Diddy in. And he's in that prison in New York, in that federal prison. So they have him there. I don't know where they put the wife. But the poll is over, so it's 100% people say that he did not have the right to do that, to go and seize another country when we're in such bad shape here in this country. I mean, one country at a time, please. One country at a time. Can we do that? Can we fix one country at a time? And I don't know what's going to come out of it, but this is going to be a very big stir on Monday, or when those lawmakers come back into office, because how can you go seize a whole country and come and do a whole live and tell everybody that you're going to run that country? You're going to run that country now. You're running that country now. That don't even make any sense to me, y'all. I can't even wrap my mind around it, guys. He said he's running Venezuela. So I guess he's the new president of Venezuela, guys, until the transition is over with the vice president. That is crazy, guys. I can't wrap my mind around it because he's not doing a excellent job running this country. So how's he gonna go run Venezuela? Lord have mercy. Lord. So on that note, guys, thank you guys again for joining me. I hope to see you guys tomorrow with Praise and Worship Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. I hope to see you guys then. I want you guys to have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Pretty teens say it's sickening. It's crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. If anybody think that it makes sense, then they all bipolar. It just doesn't even make any sense. It don't even make any sense. If you are a citizen of this country and you see the condition that we're in, how our government just cannot get along, they can't agree on nothing, how they fighting and nothing is being done because they can't agree on nothing, they just fighting and everybody pulling everybody, and we just cannot come together on anything. So that sounds like a whole mess. But you're gonna feel as though with this big old mess going on right here at home, you're gonna go seize another country and tell everybody you're running it now. I just can't say it anymore, y'all. Thank you, Tracy and Michael. I don't know whether I had any other moderators to join us this evening, but thank all of my moderators. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, my chat. Thank you for joining in the conversation. Thank you guys for joining and answering the poll. I appreciate you guys. You all have a wonderful, blessed evening, and I hope to bring you more information about this oil, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the oil, guys. All about the oil. And on that note, see you guys later, and thank you. Oh, let me say this final thing. I like that, pretty team. Drill, baby, drill, or steal, baby, steal. It's the second one. Good night. Michael, did you tell me how you was doing? You got to post something. Post something. Let me know how you doing. All right.